Okay, so I made a liar of myself. I said I'd give you an update in a week after I tore this lawn apart.
I'm going to make another video a week from today to show you what sort of results we're getting.
But on the positive side, it means I've got a lot more to show you. So I'm going to give you an update on this lawn. Also going to give you an update on the TifTuf out the front, which, wait till you see that. That just looks absolutely mint. And then what I'm doing with the Sir Grange Zoysia out the front too. So I'll give you an update on all three lawns. Then we're going to give this one a cut, trim up the edges again. And we're even going to oil the deck today. So throwing in a bit of everything for you. So if you haven't seen the previous video, about 3 weeks ago, I gave this a really hard scalp and a light scarify. I kind of went off half pregnant. I kind of wish now that I'd gone a little bit harder, to be honest with you, because there's still a bit of dead matter in there, but the recovery on this stuff is just brilliant. There's still some empty patches, but the lateral growth is no issue for the Kikuyu. It's definitely spreading out very quickly. I imagine in another week or so it's going to be pretty full looking. The colour is great. It's been growing out of its skin. I'm mowing this every 2 days and I'm getting about a quarter of a small catcher just out of this small backyard. I did throw down that batch of liquids from Lawn Rules and this stuff would have recovered anyway, but I'm really pleased with how it's looking. I'm not an ambassador or anything or paid by them. They just sent the stuff out, so I thought I'd give it a try. And all I can say is I'm pretty happy with how all three lawns are looking after throwing that stuff down. But yeah, long story short, very happy with how this one's going. That's where I absolutely went to town with the scarifier. Made a bit of a mistake there. This whole section down here was scarified quite heavily, but again, it's growing across. It won't be long before it all fills out at the rate this stuff grows at. Let's go have a look at the TifTuf. Okay, so this is the TifTuf out the front. About a month ago, I did scalp this to the dirt. Also throw down some sand just for some leveling. Went very aggressively on this, and the main reason for that was I just wanted to do one last height reset before we get into the cooler months, and also it was just another opportunity to get a bit of top dressing and get the levels a bit better, because I am cutting this with a cylinder mower, as you can probably tell by the cut. It's pretty much 95% filled out. You can see there's a couple of little patches that are still to fill out, but crazy happy with this. The colour has been absolutely beautiful. It's been that beautiful new soft leaf up until about a day ago, and I'm starting to see a bit of seed head rear its ugly head. Hopefully that doesn't go nuts, but colour wise it's absolutely beautiful. Seems very consistent. That Lawn Rules stuff really seems to have helped. I did want to run a little test with the Lawn Rules stuff. This is a neighbour's nature strip. We've got some buffalo here. You can probably see the line there where I've sprayed up to. You can see that stuff really does definitely green it up. Did also spray the neighbour's patch, and that's got quite a deep green to it too. And also this neighbour, and again you can see just the lush leaf there. I probably need to give that a mow today, but everywhere that I have sprayed it looks amazing at the moment. The Sir Grange, which was the prettiest and deepest green out of all of them, I decided to scalp it. Wanted to do a height reset. This was quite long, which this stuff looks amazing with a bit of height on it, but I scalped it for a couple of reasons. I wanted to do a height reset like I did on the TifTuf out the front, but also I've been getting a lot of inquiries from people around the area that have Sir Grange, and I kind of want to know how it handles this sort of stuff. So better to experiment on my own lawn than someone else's. Now it looks awful at the moment, but this was completely brown after I cut it right back. So again, growth here has been surprising because this is a slower growing grass. I did hit it with the Lawn Rules fertilisers after I cut it, and yeah, it seems to be going well. It's bouncing back much quicker than I thought it would. I will keep you updated on this one though. Going to be interesting to see what the full recovery time will be like, and whether I've been a little bit too late in the season to do this. I was a little bit nervous, but so far so good. Okay, edges all cleaned up, time to mow, and I'm going to use this Greenworks 60 volt self-propelled mower today. This is the 18-inch version. If you've got Greenworks batteries and chargers, you can pick this skin up for, I think it's $756 on their website at the moment. As I said, 18-inch self-propelled bar blade, obviously more than enough for this yard. This isn't really a yard you need a self-propelled mower in. Now, Greenworks did send this unit out and I haven't had a chance to do a full review on it, but I plan to start using it in the next couple of weeks. Get some hours under my belt on it, and I'll make a video for you. So no trouble for that machine. You can see what it took off there. Again, about a quarter of a bag. Well, I think that looks magic so far. I don't know what you think, but really starting to like these curved out edges. Still got a way to go, obviously, but 3 weeks in, pretty good. Bit of work to do there. But from where we were to where we are now, I'm very happy. Now, I've been putting off this job for a while. I wanted to get the back lawn done so I wasn't traipsing dirt and everything over this deck, but it is well due for a clean and oil. And west is that way, so this cops a lot of that hot afternoon sun. You can see it's quite faded out in that area there. Now, I've gone with the Cabot's Deck Clean and Cabot's Aquadeck Natural Timber Oil for no particular reason other than that's what was there. I've used it before. It is not cheap, this stuff. This is like $200 for, what is it, 10 litres? It says it covers 60 square metres, so at least I'll get to use it probably twice between what I got here and out the front. Even the Deck Clean was $50 to cover 40 square metres. And then when I was reading the prep instructions on the Deck Clean, it tells you to remove excessive dirt and oil contamination with hot soapy water using a stiff broom or brush. Hose area clean with water. So what, you got to do that before you do this? I thought that's what this was for, but anyway, I'll do what they say. It's only a small area, so it shouldn't take too long. Okay, so we've got some hot soapy water. This water pressure's terrible. I'm going to try the Karcher. Now these Cabot's buckets are really handy. They're great for the deck washers. They've got measurements pre-marked on there, but they really shine when you're using the decking oil. Just makes the process a little bit easier. So that's a much better result than I thought I was going to get. Very clean. I've left it for a couple of hours to dry and for the sun to be not so harsh. Let's slap it on. Alright, let's see what I can mess up. Now I like to cut in just with a little paintbrush here, just so I don't get any of the oil on the bricks, but we all know that I was going to get some oil on the bricks anyway. Now don't assume just because I'm doing this is the right way to do it. This is just what I'm doing. Now whenever I try and do this, I always try and do one whole decking board at a time, but it just never works out that way for me. I end up doing a bit of a back and forth motion, which I don't think is recommended, but look at the bleeding at the end of the boards there. Nice work, Tim. Look, it turns out nicely enough, I think, anyway, but I'm not a professional. Oh, God, it's still hot. Anyway, make sure you're following for the updates on the lawn, plenty of other equipment reviews. Thanks for watching.